numbers. There we go. Okay, hello, I'm Luke Green, aka Thrythlind, and this is going to be our first session of this. I'm aiming somewhere between 30 minutes to an hour, but we'll see how it goes. In any case, we're going to do the opening monologue, so why don't we have Vincent tell us what is he doing at this moment.
Oh, okay. A day in the life?
Yeah, opening monologue, day in the life.
Okay. Vincent is at his shop, the Silver Circle.
Okay. And
Sorry.
no problem.
Um,
What time of day is it? Is it nighttime or middle of the day?
um, well, let's call it late afternoon because the shop should be closing soon and we might not want to keep our characters in the shop for that long. So we'll call it mid-afternoon. Um, Vincent is wearing work clothes, so suit, tie, perpetually looking uncomfortable in their attire. It's a slow day, like it usually is in the Silver Circle. There isn't ever much traffic through, but most people who come in looking for an antique are going to have a fair bit of money to burn. So there's usually long periods of not much happening at all, and then suddenly a big spending customer will come in and grab something.
Okay. Let's see. Indira, excuse me. Indira is upstairs. Probably is upstairs toying with doing updates, software updates on her camera drone. It's fairly boring. Seems to be a fairly boring day so far. Just the kind of day she likes. Uh, then there is what kind of sound happens when the door opens to your antique shop?
Oh, it's an old-fashioned bell, like that came that was purchased with a whole bunch of other antiques and screwed into the door.
Okay. So you hear the little ding 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 sound of a bell going off as somebody comes in. They're carrying a rather there's kind of a other metallic sounds as well as they're carrying a rather large gong about 3 feet across.
A gong.
A gong. It looks like it has been a little bit through the ringer. There is a kind of a rent in the feature in the metal here, and he's bringing it towards you and kind of worrying at it and saying, and I sort of eyes the bit about restoration on art, antique restoration that's on one of your counters. Excuse me, is this where I go for antique restoration?
Um, Here we go. Yes, good afternoon, sir. That's a very heavy looking piece you have there.
Yes, and I'm I'm sort of in the need for it. The Gong festivals are starting soon, and I'm going to want to have it ready. But unfortunately, it's kind of sustained some damage, and he points at the large rent in it at the edges. It's about let's see, half a foot into the gong's surface. Do you think you can
Uh,
fix it?
well, should I make a roll as Vincent examines this to see possibly what type of damage it has been in, or where the damage might have come from and what could possibly be done to fix it?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a investigate roll.
All right, expert in restoration. Um, insatiable curiosity.
That seems that seems right, appropriate.
Hmm. Vexed virtuoso because it's a musical instrument.
I'll give you it. Yes.
Okay.
I'm not going to go ahead. I'm not going to give you anything counter to it or anything. I'm just going to let you have that.
Okay, so no weakness tags?
Oh, let me look real quick here. Um, kind of thinking about I need to know, but it wouldn't be working against you right now. So no.
Okay, that's fine. Investigate. Oh my.
Well, that's three questions that you get to ask one to one. No downside whatsoever. That was a
Hmm.
12.
Yep.
I believe you were asking what um
What might have caused the damage?
your
Or actually, what caused the damage since you have to give me a straight answer?
yeah, your first guess is maybe some sort of pliers or something got at it or whatever. Somebody took sort of like bolt cutters or some other such of clamp type tool to it. But as you're looking at it, it doesn't look clean enough to be a actual tool, and it's sort of kind of pings on you some sort of video you've seen on the internet on the internet recently where um, like a crab, a rather significantly sized crab, start, breaking something. This looks like it was attacked by a like a coconut crab.
Okay. That's really weird.
Is there anything you can do to fix it? I mean, the festivals really. I'm kind of getting hired to do festivals at the Moon Glory theme park. Can't really lose much of the money on that. You don't get much call for gong players.
Yeah. I mean, I guess by way of fixing it, could it possibly be bent back into shape? And I mean, it's got a big old rend through it, so
Yeah, I mean, this is, it would take fair amount of time and maybe some welding equipment, which you probably
and
don't have
e-
in hand right now.
and even then, that would fuck up the acoustics of the. Not that gongs are the most subtle instrument, but
It would kind of have an off-kilter wom 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 sound. Maybe it would be a warble 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 sound. Yeah, with it's probably not within your capability of fixing it.
okay. Which is fine, which brings me to my last question. Where does this come from? How old is it? Where was it possibly made?
It looks like a style of gong from some distant islands. There's a community of it near the docks. There they do a when he's talking about the gong festival. It's something that happens every year. There's little minor personal family celebrations done throughout that part of the city. But there are a few major ones that tourists go to watch the festivities. They're probably nowhere near official or legitimate cultural things. They're all just geared at they're either family things or geared at the tourist. But it's a fairly common thing in that part of town around the next 2 or 3 weeks or so.
Um, yes, I'm sorry, sir. Would remotely be possible to at least mend the rend that you have through here, but I'm afraid that anything that could be done to it would ruin the acoustics of the instrument. The best that I could promise you is that you'd have a big old weld line down through here, and I might be able to preserve some of the etching.
Good, good, good. What would that cost? And how long would it take? And you definitely don't have time to fix it before the festival happens, but cost could be
Yeah.
whatever you just wonder something off.
Mm, Um, I'm afraid it would be a long-term project. It might take several months. Also, I would have to contract a welder. If you wanted this work done, I'm afraid I would have to get back to you with a quote.
Uh, thank you. Thank you then. I'll see what I can do.
Yes, unfortunately, damage like this it is most unusual and certainly
Unusual's right.
did is this did you inherit this gong? Was it like this when you first got it?
No, no, it wasn't like this. I've had this gong. I did inherit this gong. I've had it for 5 years now, and I just, well, the weirdest thing came outside to where it was kept, and it was being swarmed by giant crabs.
That's extremely unusual. Uh, do you have much problem with giant crabs where you live, sir? I'm sorry. This is. I'm sorry for my curiosity, but I can't help myself.
I've no, never had problems with giant crabs before. Go ahead and give me a convince roll real quick. With I need to know pegged to see if he will stay around to say more than that.
I need to know tag. Let's see. Heart in the right place.
That sounds good.
Insatiable curiosity.
No, because that's working against you right now.
Okay. I don't know about acid off a duck's back. I don't think that applies here.
I would think maybe weird fortunes.
Okay.
And convince.
And I mark an attention on can't sit still.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So, choose a relevant status that he will be afflicted with if he chooses to protect their own agenda, which would be to run away. What kind of status will be hit with? If even if he chooses to run away, it'll stay around when you come back if you find him later.
Understood. Embarrassing cowardice?
Hmm. Okay. Cool. So I got to apply a thing here. Behindthename.com. Give me a thing. I am aware I should have done this beforehand. Sorry.
No. Sorry, I missed what you just said. My apologies.
I said behindthename.com. Help me out.
Oh, yes.
Okay. 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 Salomon Morales. It's like, oh, yeah, I should be going. I need to. If you can't be fixing it now, I should probably go and find some other things I need to do to fill in the gap. Uh, if you have a quote for me, go ahead and find me at this address, and he gives you a business card.
I see. Okay. Um,
Okay.
um, well, yes, I will get back to you as soon as I can.
Thank you. And he's really hurrying to try to get out of the shop now, kind of a little bit disturbed by your actions and questions, your enthusiasm for knowing what happened.
We'll hold the door for him as he rolls the gong out.
Yep.
The moment he's out, Vincent flips over the open sign to closed and then races upstairs to see Indira.
Indira has her toolkit out and rolled up across her bed, and she's kind of got the drone there in pieces, and the software update is going on a different monitor while she's working on the hardware.
Indira, what do you know about coconut crabs?
That they're large and nasty looking, and they kill birds.
Awesome. What if I told you that they had swarmed a man's residence and torn a hole in his gong?
That sounds weird.
Sounds like a human interest story.
Yeah, it does.
Pictures of big giant crabs crawling up from beaches to trees, I guess.
There's this really kind of disturbed look on her face. It's like, maybe I could finish fixing, upgrading the drone, and
Leo, when you're ready.
I just agreed, didn't I?
Yep. Vincent goes off to change.
And her head drops. A few minutes later, I mean, it's like maybe 10, 12 minutes later, she's down. The drone is kind of bobbing along behind her. She's got the control thing on a watch with a little bob that comes in on her palm, kind of like Spider-Man's web slingers, but it's a lot of like a holographic control thing that projects in there, and she manipulates with the thumb and the other fingers.
Cool gadget.
Yeah. A gong. The coconut crabs destroyed a gong.
Yep. Apparently, there's a gong festival or something in the ethnic quarter.
Oh, yeah. Just a second. Let me. That sounds familiar, and I'm going to go ahead and roll for her, see if she knows anything. She does human interest stories, and it would be something she might have covered. Okay. So, friendly interviewer. First, filling reporter for the daily download. Do you see anything else that I should click for her?
Oh, I should probably open your sheet too.
I'm considering making her run on the grit format so she has less bonuses than you do, but
Hmm. Uh, Possibly unwelcome adventure.
okay, I'll tag it. I was resisting, but I'll tag it. Okay. So, here we go. Investigate. A mild success. So, here we go.
You are a mild-mannered reporter.
I am going to say the investigation exposes people to damage, to danger. There we go. As for the clues, okay, yeah. One of the theme parks here kind of makes a huge lump of a huge lump of money off of it, and I covered it like twice, 3 years ago and 7 years ago, I think. Like when I was an intern. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, it's like the Moon Glory theme park. Yeah, yeah, that's it. It's run by
They
go on.
they host the festival.
Well, they don't host the entire festival. It's it's kind of a thing in the south, some of those South Islands. But yeah, they host one of the major tourist attraction versions. It's kind of a normal theme park. It does it makes a fair about a bit of money every year.
Oh, that might be a good place to start. I mean, we also have this guy's business card.
This is the guy who says his gong was attacked by giant crabs.
Yep.
Okay. Which do you want to see first? The theme park? where people go for their dates on a Saturday, or the guy who has a damaged gong.
Oh, theme park. We are, after all, looking to see if any of these crabs are, swarming.
Right, right. Okay. Did we decide what their transport was? Oh, yeah, they have a funny little car.
Yeah, classic Blue Beetle.
Okay. So, I believe we decided it was Indira's car for having, or did we say Indira's or Vincent's? I don't.
Probably Indira's.
Makes sense. Okay, so Indira, you guys pack into the Blue Beetle and start driving off towards the Moon Glory theme park. It's still in Old Town, but it's kind of on the edge between Old Town and what do you call it? The Docks District. It is it is a well-maintained theme park that is a popular place for the affluent kids to go to on Saturdays and Sundays, and it attracts a fair number of tourists as well. It seems to be rather busy now. Lots of people coming in right now, and there's all sorts of all sorts of signs up here and there about the Gong Festival and the date it's coming. It's like 3 weeks away. Be prepared. Tickets on sale now. That kind of thing. As you're approaching, see you do see off to the side. It's like somewhere you're kind of pulling up into the parking lot, and you're looking off towards where there's like a employee only area that's off to the side that maybe somebody's missed. You're seeing a tallish woman with salt and pepper hair, more salt than pepper, arguing with a couple of people in suit and ties that, well, they're not arguing, they're kind of looking helpless, and she's looking a little bit concerned with what they're telling her.
I'll wander over and see what they're talking about.
Deer's just starting to go towards the entrance, towards the theme park, and stops and is like, wait, aren't we going? Oh, okay. Starts following you.
It's called a lead, Indira. I think I found something interesting.
Go ahead and give me an investigate roll to see how much you pick up before they notice you.
Oh, let's see.
For those people at home, I tend to like to make a lot of rolls. It might lead to fast leveling up, but that's fun too.
Um, insatiable curiosity.
Insatiable curiosity does work.
Not sure anything else applies at the moment.
Okay, go ahead. And it's an investigate. Mild success. So, do you want exposed to danger, fuzzy, incomplete, part true, part false? Or whatever that's.
You pick.
Oh, that's right, it's me. GM picks. I got confused because the last time this came up was my character.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I am going to go ahead and ask you one question as well. And that is going to be. I'll save that for after you've asked your question.
Oh, well, I would like to get a good idea of what they're talking about.
Okay, so what do you mean that what was the name again? What do you mean Mr. Morales can't come? This is what, the fifth gonga player that's turned down. We're going to be short. At this rate, we're going to be having maybe 6, 7 gongs running. That's hardly a festival for a theme park. That'll be like 2 locations. I mean, all of the different. This is just going on to the pile of things that is going wrong with this. We go check out on the fireworks order. That at least should we do at least need that. And the question I'm going to ask is, what are you doing when she turns around to see you get to see you standing there?
Um, Smiling and waving. Hello.
Indira kind of puffing along behind you. It's like, I believe this is not the place for the general public. Who are you? And what are you doing here?
Well, she's Indira Yee from the. What's your papers?
I'm not working for a paper. I live with you. You know this. I work for the Daily Download. It's a website.
Right, right. This is Indira Yee. She's from the Daily Download. We got some reports of some giant crabs, and we're just, seeing if we could get some pictures of them, coming up the beach or whatever, attacking gongs.
Well, kind of. If if I would like to be giving you some sort of thing, help here. Uh, I mean, I do the the local stories, uh, cover the things that are important to the local people and such. And if you want to get some people aware of your plight here, I guess, are giant crabs regularly a problem? Go ahead and roll me a convince with help from. I'm going to spend a help
Oh, okay. Um, I think we should tag distracting arguments on the crew thing.
That would work. Yeah. Okay.
Um, Heart in the right place.
That works. Yes.
Insatiable curiosity's working against me.
Yeah, it is.
Acid off a duck's back because I'm avoiding consequences for.
Indeed, you do. Yeah, indeed you are, and that works pretty well. I
I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's it. Let me look and see what you have. 3. I'm good with that. I was considering whether or not to tag I can't let go, but this isn't quite that yet.
Yeah, I thought kind of about conflicting personalities since the two of us are working together and probably against each other slightly, but
I spent a help, so that would just cancel out. So
this is true.
um,
Um, So I've got a +1 from your help.
Yes. Oh wow. Yeah. Choose. Can either choose to take the status or change their agenda to include yours for the time being, at least.
Okay, so that would be a tier 4. These people are harmless status.
Okay. It's like, okay. Let's see.
We're just doing a human interest story. You know, this isn't going to reflect poorly or anything. If anything, the publicity for, these remarkable giant crabs could get you more traffic through.
I'm curious as to know how you. Yeah. Yes, actually, that would be a. She almost slipped there. Um, that would be interesting. Would you be doing the interview? Oh, no, that would be me. And she's Indira's fiddling with her controls on her drone. Um, Now I'm not going to have her. I'm not going to talk at myself through this. I could, but you're the main player here, so go ahead and she is convinced. She's willing to talk to you. Well, every year I run this festival because it earns most of my profits for the year. Actually, this one period of about a week. Very strange how often just one period in the year will turn up so much of a profit. But and it usually goes by with a little bit of trouble here and there for reasons. But this is the first year I've had so many troubles like this, and they're completely out of the ordinary. These aren't like financial or rivals issues. This is weird sea creatures coming out and attacking the people I hire.
You're talking about the crabs or something more broad there?
Oh, crabs. I haven't heard of anything else but crabs right now.
Right, and they're attacking things. People or just things?
So far, things like mostly a lot of the gong players in the area. Now, granted, they do live along the dock district, so maybe they're just near like fish stores or something, and the gong smell like fish. I don't know.
Well, that's very interesting. And these attacks are continuing.
Yes, well, this is the fifth one reported. It's very odd. I mean, coconut crabs are. I know what coconut crabs are. I I used to see them when I visited my grandmother in the islands. But this in the city? This is the wrong place for them.
Hmm, that's very interesting. Well, I mean, Indira, I think if we head over to the docks, and remain vigilant, we'll certainly get some of those pictures that you were looking for.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, and I think that would probably be the best idea. We don't really want to do this story without pictures of the crabs. If the crabs are around, it might be interesting. Okay. Well, if you find anything, go ahead and let me know. It would be good to have the public on my side for this again. Wouldn't
Will
want to
do.
wouldn't want to disappoint people.
Yeah, so if you don't mind me asking, and possibly off the record, you seem Is there any reason the public wouldn't be on your side? This sounds like a pretty freak occurrence. Is there a, a problem with anything going on?
Give me an investigate check.
Insatiable curiosity.
I can't let go is working against you here.
Yeah, absolutely. Um,
I've already marked the attention.
oh, thank you. Uh, I'm not sure if heart in the right place.
You're still, I don't know. The weird fortunes definitely though.
Weird fortunes. Okay, that will do me, I think.
I'm going to suggest occult trivia.
Suggest what, sorry?
Occult trivia.
Oh, okay. That's good because I wouldn't have known that one. Investigate.
I'm actually going to put a let's see here. That is 2. Yeah, that's fine. And go for it.
Mild success.
Which the computer is not. Oh, there it is. Okay. Hmm. So you're going to get 2 questions. The clues you get are fuzzy, incomplete, part true, part false.
This makes sense. Um, is she actually nervous about something that
That was a little bit of
that this
robot.
may?
Try that again.
Sorry.
It was roboting a little bit.
Has is she actually concerned that something that the park as a corporate entity has done has provoked this?
You get the feeling that it isn't about the park, that it's more personal than the park, maybe family issues.
Okay. And you know what? Let's bank a clue.
Okay, it's going to be from talking to her and reading her. It's like, no, no, there's no reason the public should be against. See, it's just such a strange thing.
Did we get her name?
Yeah, I forgot to say it out loud. I put it on the board. Celine Tomas.
Right.
And she owns the the Moon Glory theme park.
Yeah. Got it.
It's got a vaguely colonial island type theme to it, South Pacific at style.
Hmm. Indeed. All right. Well, I guess we're heading to the docks. We have 10 minutes left.
Um, I think we do have. There is something I want to happen for. We are going to have the docks, but because certain people's investigation has exposed to danger.
Yep.
Okay, so as you're driving along, it's like, so this is a little bit funny, and I kind of really would have liked to have gotten the last bit on record, but I guess would it really help the story too much to get pressing her that way? Would it make it more of a investigative piece. And she says that with distaste as she's parking the car near the dock district, um, starting to get out and not paying attention as you're starting to see what looks like doesn't look like it is. There is coming up behind Indira, there's about 5 or 6 crabs that look like giant arachnids from a video game.
So, before Vincent notices, he's in the middle of saying, "What are you talking about? I only said possibly off the record, and what the hell?"
Well, I'm a reporter. Of course I want things on the record.
Are they attacking, or...?
They seem to be swarming their way towards you. Indira's kind of standing up, is going to be first in line right now.
Well, Vincent's going to grab her and, like, try and get her on higher ground, possibly on top of the beetle.
That sounds like you're trying to protect someone.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, protect someone's a different game. I'm going to call it take a risk. So, tell me what you're throwing in.
Hey, Weird Fortunes?
Weird Fortunes works.
Are the crabs scuttling side to side like crabs, or are they more like arachnids and they are scuttling forward?
They're scuttling side to side like crabs. I don't actually know how coconut crabs move, so.
Oh, they move from side to side like crabs. They're also really good at climbing stuff, so getting to higher ground's not going to be that great. But
yeah, I'm aware of this. They're rather horrifying creatures.
Oh yes, luckily they usually only go after coconuts and stuff. We have them, or where I used to live had them. Possibly a cold trivia if there's something Vincent knows about coconut crabs that would help him dodge. I don't think that really applies.
I will go ahead and give you a cold trivia though.
Okay.
And I'm going
Zest
to
for life because
I want to
live.
Yeah. If you hadn't suggested it, I would have. So yeah, that works.
Yeah. Can I suggest conflicting personalities? Because if Indira hasn't seen these, suddenly getting grabbed is not going to be great.
Yeah, no, I was going to suggest it. Yes, I had the mouse hovering over it. So okay, step 2.
I don't think anything else applies at the moment.
Go ahead and add classic blue beetle since we're using it.
Oh, good point.
I think we both clicked it.
Oh dear. I will click it.
Okay.
There we are. I wondered why power was 2 for a moment. Take a risk.
Yep.
Result 10. You do it somehow. Oh, it's a great success.
It is, and it's still updating for me. So apparently my computer is slow. There it goes. You do it somehow. So it's like, well, I'm a reporter. I like to get things on record. And you responded with, I just said maybe not on record. And what the hell and or no, that's where you said what the hell. And she said, "I like to get things on record." You pop out of the beetle, grab her, and haul her up on top of it as the first of the crabs kind of reaches out to try to grab at her foot and misses just in a snap, and she kind of shrieks and it's like, "What are you? Oh, what are those things?" And the several of the other crabs are starting to look to go around and look for a place to climb up on top of the beetle.
We'll resolve that next time, folks.
Yep, I think we will.
Cliffhangers, everyone loves cliffhangers, right?
Indeed, and we'll go ahead and geek out during the credits. Has the crew grown this session? I don't think we quite have yet.
I don't think so. Sorry, what page is that?
I'm looking at the one in the very back. Let me go ahead and look real quick. Let's see. It's page 268. Which character had the most meaningful interaction with your character this session? And we know this one. It's always going to be the same. It's each of our own characters.
Yeah. I think Indira should add a help because of Vincent saving it.
Yes, definitely. So she's back up to 1 help, 2 hurt. What about, I think, probably adding a help to Vincent as well, because she came along to help out, provide her press pass thing.
Yeah.
Okay. And which of your themes is under the most strain? If it collapses, what new aspect will show up in its place? And I think we don't have one so much under strain as in, I think this would be a good place to have an idea of what we're thinking of for our themes, for our mythos things. I have an idea of one I got from other places, but I'm going to keep it hidden for now.
Okay. I still have no idea about what mythos would be good here. I think possibly relic, maybe. It very much depends on the adventure.
Yeah, I think we should probably aim at coming up with an idea for it by the end of the adventure.
Yeah, we probably need to spend some time talking between sessions.
Yep. Somebody suggested that maybe the mysterious stranger thing that comes in with solutions might be a good thing. But yeah, that was on, I think, the Scion dev chat, but I think I'm going to go ahead and stop the fraps for now.
Yes, thank you very much for running. Thank you everyone for listening.
Yep, have a good day. What time of day is it, and such as things get started? Oh, I forgot to hit the push to talk. Yay. Okay, so starting again, I'm aiming at 30 minutes to an hour. I'm feeling a little bit silly, and I'm going to be editing out a little bit of the first bit here. Because push to talk is a thing. In any case, this is the City of Mist game one-on-one adventure that I have been planning with a friend of mine. And why don't we let her go ahead and tell us what Vincent is doing right now as things start up? filtered through about 2 to 3 generations of living in America.
Yeah, we don't really have theme parks like that. We have, actual South Pacific Islands. Um,
yeah. Living in Australia, I imagine that is the case. Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
And I broke my. I shouldn't have said America. I should say Western, since we're trying to avoid place names. Okay.
Mm.